Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yep.
I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping.
Okay.
And the vision that was planted.
Not a great weekend, was it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not a great weekend for sports fans.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself.
Like, I suppose anyone north of the Waitaki River, anyone north of there and south of Nelson probably had an all right weekend.
Oh, shit.
A
real toughie, wasn't it, for you? An absolute ripper for me.
3 in a row.
Rugby is home again.
Yeah.
One of the greatest turnarounds of Super Rugby we have ever seen, from bottom to top G Lane, back where we belong. 9 out of the last 10 or something like that. I was reading out a list of all the titles we've won. So many. But the Chiefs, 3 in a row, G Lane.
Yeah, well, look, we joined such illustrious teams as the Lions to lose 3 in a row. Remember the South African team, the Lions?
Congratulations on joining them, I suppose. Are you okay? What happened?
Oh, look. We can rake over the fucking coals. Sure we can. Okay, let's rake over the coals then. Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios, this is the agenda for a sad Monday, the 23rd of June.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Well, let's relive the hardest 15 seconds of my life.
It's all over. It is all over. It's a penalty advantage to the Crusaders. They are going to win this Super Rugby 2025.
Oh, God.
It's going to kill me. It's going to absolutely kill me to call this next 15 seconds.
My phone is going to blow up because I'm about to put it in a
5 seconds left on the clock. They will gobble this clock. And time is up. The hooter goes. Preston kicks it into touch. And the Crusaders,
What a game.
They are the redemption story from last to champions in 2025. They take the title. Rob Henny,
Get out of it.
the Easter Island statue, shakes the hands of his colleagues. The Crusaders, they celebrate. Burn the place down. Move to Takaha. Do us all a favour. Burn it to the ground.
G Lane, first and foremost.
What great acting from me. Like I acted like I cared.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Your professional is often questioned on this show, as it should be.
Yeah.
But
I gave it some.
In that moment, thank you for giving it something.
I gave it something. I mean, that was true. They outplayed the Chiefs. The Chiefs are too one-dimensional. They came in with a game plan of let's just match the Crusaders up front and muscle out and rely on Damien McKenzie. Play 10-man. It was almost a bit of 10-man rugby.
I just can't figure out why they weren't listening to the podcast last week. Why were the Chiefs not dialed in to you and McConey last week saying, hey, if we play forwards rugby here, we're fucked?
Yeah, we are. And we matched them out wide. Leroy Carter, Narawa, Stevenson,
So good.
Rona, Quintu Paya, McKenzie, Sneakers. That's a pretty potent backline. But yeah, we decided to just try and play the Crusaders at their own game. And there was sneaky shit like dog roll. He'd, after the jumper would go up in the line out, he'd drag them backwards and just...
It was ugly stuff, wasn't it?
But it's the dark arts.
It was old 90s style
Dark
rugby.
arts, man, and they were so much better. Cody Taylor stepped up. He's world class. Dog
Willie
roll.
Jordan in the air.
Oh my God, Jordan! You didn't drop a thing.
Nah.
And yeah, I mean, even though we outscored them 2-1 in terms of tries, we were never in that second half. I think at one stage, it was 15 minutes gone in the second half, and the Crusaders had 99% of the territory.
I was saying to Joe before we started up this podcast this morning, there was a moment with 30 minutes left on the clock that the Crusaders were up by 1. And I think we all knew that the game was over for some reason or another, that they had all territory, all the ball.
We didn't fire a shot. I mean, they scored a couple of tries, good, but just didn't, McKenzie was off with the boot as well.
Yeah.
He missed a couple of kicks.
I thought actually he had a bit of a rough game.
Yeah, he did. And well, they relied so much on him. It was old school 10-man rugby.
Yeah.
I didn't even see Daniel Ronnett. I only saw him do one thing, and that was absolutely snap Braden Enner in half at the last 10 minutes.
Great hit.
One of the great hits.
Yeah.
That was about all I saw of him because the ball never went to him.
Well, let this be a lesson, G Lane, in not getting distracted. Let this be a lesson in just playing playing rugby, showing up to training, not jumping on socials afterwards. Rico Ioane, I'm looking at you.
Hey, no, bring that on. I want more of that.
We were distracted. We got distracted. We were all focused on, the one team in the 09. No one gives a fuck, G Lane, about the 09. Because the 03's here, baby. It's the 03's time once more, and we're back. And just, it was good to see a team play some rugby quietly, honestly, properly.
Do you think,
like they used to?
Do you think only Christchurch and Auckland refer to themselves as their area code, the 09 and the 03?
Well,
no one in the Waikato or Bay of Plenty calls themselves from the 07. No one from Wellington goes from the 04.
Yeah, okay, now this is where you're going to start getting salty, and that's fair. I understand that, G Lane.
Stop referring yourself with the 03
well,
or
I
the
found
09.
out over the weekend that the 03 is apparently the entire South Island, so that was really upsetting Tony Lyle and his fellow Highlanders fans. But
that's because he's no one in the South Island.
Yeah. Well, no, congratulations to the boys. Up the mighty 03.
Yeah,
I believe everyone else might be starting their pre-seasons today.
I'll tell you what's quite good, and I'm going to move on. I'm going to draw a line under Super Rugby. Congratulations, Mash and your Crusaders. Well done.
It feels good, thank you.
The Easter Island statue, he's got one. He was a bit emotional. He said he was getting emotional in the post-match interview. If that's him emotional...
Jesus, imagine being married to that.
He goes, I'm getting emotional now. I was like...
No, you're not.
Are you?
No,
you don't look hopefully emotional. Anyway, good news stories out of the weekend. Lance and Phil from Queenstown.
Oh!
Lance the furniture... removal chap, and Phil the plumber.
Oh, is he in furniture removal? That makes a lot of sense. That explains the kind of barrel chest
and the Phil the plumber. He doesn't get on the tools. He says he's got a crew down there in Queenstown. And Phil the plumber from Queenstown. They did their first ever commentary, their first ever broadcast, and it was the Super Rugby Final. It was on ACC2, and do you know what? They did a pretty good job.
They did a ripper job.
We faded them up throughout the game. They probably swore a lot less than us. I dropped a couple of massive F-bombs on Radio Hauraki.
Yeah, no, there was a bit of that going around, I think, both broadcasts.
I don't know if they'll come back to bite us or not, because it was it after the watershed? Is there a watershed on radio? I don't know. I dropped the, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's right. That was after. Was that after that disallowed try that ended? Well, the try that ended up being disallowed after the Crusaders had played about 26 phases of boring as batshit rugby.
Oh my god, it was just so boring. So boring. Anyway,
if that wasn't a final, that was a turgid affair.
Oh,
right?
so turgid.
Is that right? I couldn't tell because I was so excited, but it felt like if that wasn't a finals game of footy, that might have been a real ugly one. But again, credit to Lance.
Yep, thanks to Maxcraft for sorting that out. That was New Zealand's next top commentators. Lance,
they'll be back. Lance almost found himself a permanent position here at the ACC.
Yeah,
if he keeps going the way he's going.
Tell you what, they weren't afraid of an Export Ultra or 5.
Jesus Christ,
Our beer fridge copped a real hiding. And then on their way out, gave them another box, and they just went back to their hotel and polished that off and then hit the town.
As they should. But thank you to those boys for coming up and being such good sports. Yeah. It was a great night here at the ACC.
They were. It was. And of course, next we're moving on to All Blacks. The French series comes up in July. We're going to be down in Dunedin in a motorhome pesting around there. And then we've got live events in Wellington and in Hamilton, which you can join us. We're at Shed 22 in Wellington. Text Shed to 3236. Get a link. It's free to book. You just got to reserve your spot. Drink specials all night, live commentary. And then in Hamilton, we're at the Roaming Giant. Text ACC to 3236 to join us there. Like I say, it's all free. And you just have to make sure you book early because it will book out. So All Blacks have been named. We're recording this on Monday morning. They've been named this afternoon.
We wanted to make sure that we were in first here, and we are so early on it that we're deciding to do this podcast before the All Blacks team is announced.
We'll do a live special. But
yeah, no, of course.
We threw out there who are your bolters out to the universe, the ACC universe. I mean, some pretty sensible suggestions here.
It was good reading, though.
Lovely Trenty on the wing. How to Dad. I've seen How to Dad play cricket. Not sure ball skills are his strength.
Fucking too. Jandal focused as well for me. He's just a bit flip-flop.
Heaps of people saying Leo Willie, big Leo Willie, heaps of Tamatava Nawai, and quite a few Leroy Carters in there. I mean, the odd Dwayne Monkley and Sean Johnson in there, which is good.
I think
Caleb Tangitau is in there a bit. Like I was saying, Shelfoon the baboon.
Yep.
Is continuing.
I'm so focused on the centres. I don't know why I'm so intrigued to see what they do there. That's the place that I'm most hanging on for.
In the centres. Do you think Ioane gets a run? He's leaving.
I'm scared as a Crusaders fan after seeing what happened on Saturday night that we might end up with a Havili in the number 12.
Oh, Quintu Paya.
I know.
Or did Quinn Tupai go out to centre? Who knows?
Was it James McConey talking about the Crusaders, the Canterbury card on Friday?
Yeah. Oh, this is the thing now. Yeah, he was right. I mean, as much as he's massively one-eyed Chiefs McConey, and he's in a hole at the moment. I did a welfare check on him yesterday, and he's okay.
We should do more on James McConey.
He's okay. He's all right. He's doing okay. However, he did raise the point that whether this gives Razor the green light to go full Cantab on us,
and it might
full Crusaders on us.
Well, we'll see. Won't we? But, yeah.
We all know, but he is known to bend that way. But other suggestions: Angus Gardner, Lee Hart.
Where's Angus Gardner?
The Mount Smart,
to be played.
The Mount Smart Joker.
Oh, fuck that.
Fabian Holland is mentioned a few times. Obviously, Ben Lummis is thrown in there.
Yeah.
But heaps of Bomfa, Leroy Carter, Aaron Clark, the Warriors prop. So you can see some people taking it seriously. And someone just says here, Crusaders.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that is an option. I'm sure.
Maya Nonu, Richard Lowe, spelt wrong as well.
Oh, Dickie Lowe's going to be...
Spelt L-O-W-E. It's actually L-O-E.
Do you reckon we saw Ian Jones last week at the Day in Lieu Radio Haraki's Day in Lieu?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he could still play?
Who's that? Who?
Oh, fucking no. Ian
Jones.
Yeah.
He's still fit. He does multi-sport events.
Because I looked at him and I thought, geez, with his head down, he could still get over to
I don't know. I think the bones might be a bit more brittle.
Was he that slim?
Yes.
When he was playing?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, he was skin and bone, Ian Jones.
Because he is still tight.
Toit?
Yeah.
He's still in good nick.
But
he's very sinewy, isn't he?
He is.
I can imagine tackling him would hurt. I'd be bony and sinewy.
Oh, yeah, you'd snap your collarbone just trying to kind of you'd wrap yourself around it.
Yeah.
It's like taking on a power pole at 2 a.m. after.
Who's your pick? Who's your bolter?
I don't know. Who was my bolter?
You know enough about rugby?
No, not really. I don't know enough about fucking forwards is the issue that I've got. I watch a forward play rugby and go, oh yeah, that looks about right.
I reckon if Simon Parker had remained fit, I think he'd be one, but I don't think, given that he's injured.
What is the definition of a bolter?
It's someone who's never played for the All Blacks, who's just had a great Super Rugby season with no All Black experience. Leroy Carter.
Leroy Carter is the first one that comes. The first name that comes to mind.
Yeah, he's the one that's had an outstanding, and then Tangatau as well. Caleb Tangatau, he's on the wing.
Leroy Carter, the hype around Leroy Carter reminds me of when Milner Scudder came on the scene, and everyone wanted to start playing rugby a lot like Milner Scudder. Yeah. There was that Scudder step that came in for a while.
It was so scucksy that step.
It was it was scucky. Yeah. And then that's the kind of hype that I feel like Leroy Carter's got right now. That's about the only name that I can think of, but I don't really give enough of a shit about rugby. The Crusaders.
Well, I was about to say you cared on Saturday night, didn't you?
But that was more about you and McConey losing than the Crusaders winning.
Yep. Okay.
Next,
can we draw a line? It's all about the All Blacks now. Okay, so we've moved on. We can come together as a family now. Okay.
So was that fun? So what we've done there is we've predicted who's going to be in the lineup, and by the time you hear this podcast, you will know who's in the lineup.
No, I don't know. No, maybe not. I mean, if you're a keno, you would listen to this straight away. Right, take a quick break because time to celebrate. Today is one of the great days in history.
Oh, it is.
And I'll let you know after the break.
Shami again with the chamois. Comes in, bowls to Taylor. Whipped it off his page!
Yes!
And it's going to go for 6, I think. And after so much heartache, after so much pain, after so much suffering, the New Zealand cricketers are now champions of the world!
There they are.
Oh,
Jason Hoyt's titties.
I'm not shaking my back.
There it was.
Oh,
Mashi 2021 World Test Championship Final.
just like yesterday.
On the 23rd of June in 2021, we spent 6 nights commentating that World Test Championship Final, and it culminated in 6 a.m. on the 23rd of June. Jason Hoyt ripping his top open and showing the world his baps as New Zealand won the first ever World Test Championship Final against India. That was so emotional. I mean, I went home and slept. I tried to celebrate, but I couldn't. And the first piece of proper silverware for the Black Caps. Obviously, they won the Champions Trophy in Kenya years ago, but it doesn't really count. But it made it even more special that it was India that we beat, and we beat them so convincingly.
It was an awesome few days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We all got together here at the ACC. I remember it so clearly. It was the old studio set up, and we had some couches. People were coming and going. We had a Beds R Us sponsor, I believe, at the time. People were sleeping here.
Sleepyhead.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it Sleepyhead, was it?
We
Sorry.
gave the beds away afterwards. They're like 10 grand's worth of bed.
That's right. We managed to get them in here. We were sleeping out in the office. I was rolling through. Actually, I think both of us were at some points throughout the week rolling through straight into the breakfast show on Radio Haraki. God, it was a great time. I honestly do remember it like it was yesterday. We've still got stains up on the green screens from the champagne that was...
See it up on the glass up there? You can see
squirted
on the glass up the top there. There's that champagne. And if you watch on social media, you can see Jason Hoyt trying to call the moment and us just spraying champagne in his face. But it was such a great balanced team. You know, you had lovely Trenty and Tim Southey opening the bowling. Then Kyle Jamieson at first change. And then you had, was Wagner in the team as well?
Yeah, I think he must have been.
And then you had him coming at you. It was relentless.
You invested in a
score sheet,
framed score sheet of the fixture, which is one of the better pieces of art that I've actually ever seen.
It's
got all the details of the match that went forth. So there was rain delay in it as well, wasn't there?
That's why I went 6th day. It went a 6th day because there was rain delay. So they always had a spare day.
Why do we always have rain delays in our big sporting moments?
We need them. We do need them
because
Mother Nature is on our side.
Because I think back to the South African World Cup.
Yes.
Where we actually, to be fair, we almost got fucked by Duckworth Lewis, but it ended up helping us. I also think back to the India semi-final at the World Cup where we went on and lost to England.
The 2-dayer.
We needed that badly as well. And then in the World Test Championship, we got a day off for that. So maybe we do our best work, G Lane, off the back of some rain.
Yeah, I think so. So that was that 5 years ago?
Holy bullshit.
4 years. 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
And
my question to you, though, before we move on, is will we be playing in another World Test Championship final again soon, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, if South Africa can make a final, surely we can.
Because
they didn't play Australia, they didn't play England, they just played a few home tests. They got the best percentage and they made the final. To be fair, they had to beat a pretty good Australian team to win it. But I suppose we still a chance, but India, England, and Australia are not going to make it easy.
It's always dangerous to win the first, isn't it? Because your expectations then become too, I don't know, high.
We don't need to win it again, though.
We don't need to win it again.
But
what happens whenever the World Test Championship rolls around again? I look at it and go, shit, we should really be in that because we won the first one.
I got a hot take this morning sent to my phone from a former Black Cap saying that South Africa have not lost the choker tag. Because this is not a World Cup. It has not got a cup in it. There's no knockout in this. This is a championship, and they are still chokers.
Fuck, I would pay a lot of money to find out who's in that text.
It was a voice memo.
Oh!
So
it came in with some passion as well.
It came in with some real passion. And also...
Was there a accent attempted in the voice memo?
The videos that came out after the World Test Championship has wound them up as well. You know how they've got the slow-mo of them putting their sunglasses on and they're going upside down. That's really triggered a lot of former cricketers.
I can see why. Whoever is the man behind or the woman behind these social strategies,
there's nothing humble about it.
They are just as much on the beers as the South African team. Have you noticed that? It's got a real cocaine energy about it. The way
it's
that
kind of weird.
It is quite strange, isn't it?
Real Rabada energy about it.
Are the South Africans always like that, G Lane? Just I'm not.
No,
South Africans here.
No, I'm not. I'm going to move on.
But yes, happy World Test Championship Day to you.
Yes.
How would you like people to celebrate it?
Just
beer after work or something?
Yeah, just remember it. Just remember the good times.
Fucking remember
Just remember this day. Put it in your calendar. Like if you got a little Outlook thing, just put it in there and say World Test Championship Day. Put it on recurrent every year, and it'll pop up, and you'll go, oh. Do the same with Happy Jav Day.
Yep.
Which is in March. Jonah Lomu Day, which was last week when he bumped off Mike Catt last Wednesday. To put them in your because they just make you smile and go, oh, fuck, that was good.
Do you know, I just had an idea as you said that, and maybe you've thought about it before. If I've had an idea, you probably had it about 3 years ago, let's be honest. Some kind of ACC sports memorial kind of calendar. So, people can wake up in the morning and see what on this day happened, 30 years ago.
Like all the World Cups,
calendar.
Rugby World Cups are won in 87, 2011, 2015.
Do we have enough sporting events in our history to cover off 365 days? Probably not, but we can include some others.
I don't think you need it every day.
No,
I think that's greedy. I think
imagine waking up on the 15th of June, like we are now, and just seeing a couple of weeks. It's not the 15th, obviously, but like seeing in a week's time or whatever that the World Test Championship Day is coming up. out. I think that might do a lot for mental health right across the nation, knowing that you can celebrate these things.
Okay, what you can do to celebrate, go on YouTube and just watch the winning moment.
Okay.
And there's that great winning moment
YouTube.
where they're in, and it was during COVID, which was disappointing, and they partied and they were all staying in the hotel there as well in Southampton, at the ground. And then they had, and the poor bastards had to get on a plane, they just won the World Test Championship. They apparently partied their ass off on the plane, but then they had to go into quarantine on their own, sit in their rooms.
It felt like
remember that time when we had to do that?
I was just saying, it felt like yesterday that the game happened, and then when you were saying that feels
really
like
took the wind
best
out
part
of
of
their
a decade
sails.
ago.
They win a title and they come back, and normally you'd get a parade and welcome at the airport, straight to
sit in your
managed
own room
isolation.
for 2 weeks.
And just whack off for 12 days.
Oh, it would have been a lot of that going on.
Hey, speaking like the Chiefs weren't the only ones to blow out in the weekend. The Warriors absolutely shit the bed. And I kind of predicted it last week. And I blame the TAB and I blame Carl Tiley from the TAB because not him directly, the bookies, because they had them at...
He listens to this podcast in the gym. He's just dropped 120 kegs on his own chest after you saying that.
They were red-hot favourites.
They were red-hot favourites.
I've never seen them at such short odds at the TAB. And what do you know? They lost.
One of the great big dick Insta stories that I've ever seen posted from Nathan Cleary post-game of his feet up on the coffee table, watching from his apartment in, I believe, Bondi. Just going, great win, fellas. Never in doubt. And I thought, fuck, that hurts. But this plays into Jeremy Wells' theory, doesn't it? Where whenever there's mana behind a Warriors game, they will lose it. Auckland was fizzing over the weekend. Long weekend, people had flown up from right across the nation to see the Warriors because they were able to stay up. They could have a 3-day weekend. They didn't have to take any time off work. And a sellout crowd, midnight, and the Warriors just couldn't get up. And it plays into that theory once more. Any time that the Warriors need to get up for a big event, we just can't quite do it. But that's okay.
They didn't have 5 of their players.
I know.
Of their Orange players.
I know. It was quite tough to watch, wasn't it?
It was.
We were watching it before the... you would have been watching it with Lance and Phil over at the Empire.
Yes.
But me and Loz were watching it down on the viaduct off the back of a few beers, and it was actually quite hard to witness because they ran riot.
If you want to hear some more raking over the coals of that, Ben Hurley and Di Henwood will have the Mad Monday podcast out later today. So subscribe and listen to that podcast where they'll go a little bit deeper. They'll probably amend some broken hearts as well, because that's what they're like. Ben Hurley and Di Henwood, they've been through this before, and if you're new to being a Warriors fan, then they will talk you through it. Okay,
yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Because this is not unusual.
Yeah, Di Henwood will always be optimistic, won't he?
Yeah,
he
will.
He won't be like us. He's not going to sit here and be pessimistic about the fact that they can't get up on long weekends.
No, that's right. Hey, don't forget, all our episodes are up on YouTube. If you want to go along to moving pictures, I don't know why you would, but you could do. So you can punish your eyes as well as your ears.
If you do that, you can see this framed picture of Jason Hoyt's baps, which we were just referring to months ago.
Look, his rig's all right for a 58-year-old man.
You taking that at 58?
Yep.
Same.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Are you taking that at 58? Drop it in the comments below. Like and subscribe.
Right, this is going to pain me, but I'm going to have to take a quick break here because I'm going to have to steel myself because we have a plethora, a absolute mountain of yours pleases to get through, and I'm picking, most of them are going to be yelling abuse at me.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Okay, let's bash through them. All 19.
G'day, fellas. Hey, I just want to report a missing persons. Yesterday, 7:05 p.m, Chiefs Mana was supposed to turn up at the Apollo 13 Projects Stadium.
They were.
We're really concerned because this is the third year in a row that they've failed to turn up to the last game of the season. Just if you see any Chiefs Mana, could you...
Timely.
Yeah, g'day G Lane. Calling in from Christchurch again here. Very dusty Sunday, and I'll just like to say the Bears may have got the better of me last night, but I mean everything I said. The Chiefs have no mana.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
That's right.
Hey, G Lane.
Oh, here we go.
I'd like to apologise. My behaviour in the last 2 weeks is not acceptable, and I know you're going through some tough times.
Yes.
I've just got an Uber home, Christchurch based man, and I just would like to apologise. It's not fair on you. What you cop.
Yeah.
You're a good man. Go well.
Oh, thanks, mate.
I don't know who let that one slip through, but...
Part 2. Yeah, g'day fellas. It's Wibbs here from standing on the corner of Hush Hush, just about to go in. Fuck Crusaders.
Oh, don't be silly. That's okay.
Good mana by the Chiefs though.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Fuck.
You get into Hush Hush, boy.
I can feel his pain.
Part 2 to come.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Part 2. Yeah. I'll meet everyone at the boat ramp just until Waikina Lake.
Yep.
River, sorry.
Oh.
And drown our sorrows.
Have we seen this guy since Saturday night?
Don't know.
Is he okay? Is he safe?
Fuck Crusaders.
Yeah. Get it out, mate. Get it out. Okay.
Boys, is it time to start a Chiefs Mana supporters support group?
It is.
It's getting close to that.
I know Maconi's keen. Fuck Canterbury.
Up Canterbury, baby.
Come on, Lane. Bring it in, mate. Come in for a virtual cuddle. I know you need one. Bring McConey in too. Come on. I know. It's okay. It's not your fault, mate. Repeat after me. It's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
It's okay, mate. I know you need this. I understand.
It's not my fault.
As a Warriors, Stags, cricket, and Highlanders fan, we haven't won a lot. And it fucking sucks. Fuck, it sucks. Fuck Canada.
Oh, yeah, g'day, mate. Fuck you, Mashy. The Crusaders. Bullshit.
Holy shit.
Is that all that person
Luke Jacobson fucking died.
He did.
Someone check on him. I don't know who the fuck is doing his HIA. He didn't pass shit.
Yeah, no, that wasn't good.
He needs to, I literally saw a soul leave a body.
So true.
If anyone's listening and knows him, just check in on him. Make sure he's all good.
Yeah.
Oh,
now we're talking.
Up the status. Fuck you, you shadow nuts. Fuck you.
I love it.
LA
background.
I just doubted your dildo throwing for some reason. I just didn't trust it.
Yeah.
I didn't trust it. And I saw it on the field. The Chiefs didn't show the ticker they needed to. And the Crusaders got the job done. Once again, I might add. And guess what? Fuck the Chiefs. Fuck Waikato.
That's right.
And up the Crusaders.
Up the status, baby.
Up the fucking Crusaders.
Now we're talking. They're coming in now.
Love you, Mashy.
Love you, boy.
Fuck your G Lane
Fuck
and
your G
your
Lane.
motherfucking mana. Yeah.
Jesus.
Just here, fellas. End of the game. I agree with you, G Lane. Burn the stadium. Take it apart.
Yeah.
But all I can say is, your mana blue balls for next year, boy. Up the fucking Crusaders. Anyways, fuck South Canterbury.
Up the status. Wait, what?
Just checking in from Christchurch.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Chiefs have no mana.
Yeah, boys.
No mana, G Lane.
Oh. I want to hang out with them. Fuck yeah, fellas.
Hey, G Lane.
Yes.
2 weeks in a row. Fuck you.
Oh, they're still going.
Just me again. Fuck the mana. Fuck the Crusaders. You know, what do you think was going to happen? You know, we were going to get into a final. We were going to win. It was always going to happen. G Lane, James McConey, great takes all year, but you know you're never going to win this one. Woohoo!
That one cut deep. I can see it. Is that us?
McConey, you're meant to be a commentator, not a fucking biased fan.
I don't know if that guy's listened to us before.
Yes. Yes.
G'day, lads.
Give it to me.
Long time listener, first time caller, but
Thank you.
fuck the mana, up the Crusaders.
Yes, boy. Thank you.
It's looking like Chiefs. Fuck the boys, Crusaders mana.
Wow. Wow.
Crusaders mana. That hurt.
Did he just say Crusaders
Yeah,
mana?
he did say Crusaders mana.
After about 28 beers.
That hurt.
There was a lot.
Is there more?
Oh, I mean, that was
Oh,
amazing.
fucking
Thank you
hell.
very much. Keep
That
those
was
coming through. We'll
that
make sure we
was-
get through all of those this week.
That was...
Yeah, support for the Crusaders. Keep them coming in.
That,
wow.
Oh, look, I mean,
What a 5 minutes.
and please, a big thank you to all those Chiefs mana fans who rang up and gave me some sort of solace. But, yeah, well, I'm glad everyone got that off their chest.
Yeah.
That last one hurt the most, though, the Crusaders mana.
Crusaders mana.
Looking like Chiefs. Fuck the boys, Crusaders mana.
See, that cut deep. You have no mana.
You know, whenever we have an extended kind of episode of Yours Pleasers, I learn a lot about the types of people that are listening to this podcast.
They're great New Zealanders.
Great New Zealanders.
Passionate.
They are the best of us.
But they're passionate, you know, and they're taking the time to leave a message, and most of them might have been abusing me.
Yep.
That's fine. We lost. I talked up the Chiefs mana. I thought it was our year. The dildo did lie to me. Lied to everyone.
That does hurt the diddly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Always
Because
said that.
Yeah. Well, depends. So, look, I'll take all those on the chin. Thank you for your messages.
Well said.
And thank you for your messages of support.
When is the expiry date? Like, how long are you going to give us to kind of
You got a week.
soak in?
You got a week. You got a week, okay? And
you
once-
heard it here first, listeners.
You got
Get
a
them
week.
in on via your talkback.
You got
button.
a week, okay? And then we're done. Then it's All Blacks. We come together.
Yes.
For the All Blacks, okay?
That's
I'll
right.
give you one more week,
Well
you
put.
punishing Crusaders fans. So ring up and just vent and get it off your chest. Yeah, okay. Can we...
I love rugby.
Hey,
I love rugby.
We're
Rugby's home.
we've got the All Black announcement coming out this afternoon, so listen out to our socials for that.
Yep.
And we will let you know. Apart from that, have a great Monday, and we'll be back tomorrow.
On your G Lane.
It's looking like Chiefs. Fuck the boys, Crusaders mana.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.